Hi folks, this is Vince with Ads Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Gaia Beyond. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about 15 bucks. So this game recently left early access, and I gotta say, this was difficult for me to play. Now, just to be completely honest with you, I've only spent an hour playing, and you're probably going, well, you can't review a game if you only spent an hour playing, get good noob. You know what? If something smells like crap and looks like crap, then it probably is crap. You shouldn't need to play the entire game or finish a game to know whether or not you like something. I'm sorry. It's just, if you've played as many games as I have, you'll be able to dive into a game and fairly quickly determine whether or not it's any good. So don't can't review a game. Anyway, so Gaia Beyond. This is a top-down freelancer-style game. For those of you that are too young to know what Freelancer is, Freelancer was more of a behind-the-ship 3D mining, exploring, trading game. It was fantastic. In fact, Freelancer is still heck of a good game even today for as old as it is. This is a top-down 2D, like action RPG-ish Freelancer, but I will say that it really doesn't hold water to some of the other games that I've played of this genre. The dialogue, for example, and the art style is questionable. They look like the people that you talk to look like comic book characters. It didn't pull me in at all. So I was just quickly clicking past the dialogue, and then I soon learned that, it seems like 50% of this game is dialogue, because every quest that you go on, or every station that you visit, or every planet that you land on, there's people that you talk to, and there are hidden quests that you can pick up. Like, there was one quest where I had to, the main quest branched off into like 3 optional quests, because this guy wanted money and I couldn't give it to him. So I'm like, okay, so how do I get the money to complete this quest? So I went out and talked to people. I just picked up this quest, and just trying to get the money that I need to pay off the quest that I was trying to complete. So there's a lot of talking to NPCs, and, a lot of it is... And some of the quests in this game don't tell you where to go either. There's no hand-holdy thing going on here. Like, the one quest that I had to do, I had to sell 3 parts or something like that. Or this guy wanted to get rid of stuff, so I was trying to sell 3 different parts. And I have to go around the galaxy, whatever, trying to find people that will buy them. And typically it's, I come across 2 couples arguing, and I happen to have one of the parts, so here you go, one of the 3 sold. And you get the idea. So, that there's a lot of hidden NPC quests, and some of them don't even tell you where to go. That's kind of a complaint. But it's more realistic, I guess, if you like that. The UI is... I couldn't do it. One problem I had is that, like, the amount of credits that you have, the money, cargo space, and other important information that you need is hidden behind menus. Like, the main UI has a mini map in the bottom right-hand corner and some information in the bottom left. If you right-click on something, a little helper menu will pop up telling you what that ship is or what that asteroid is. But, like, the amount of information it gives you is terrible. Like, again, you've got all this space on the main interface. Why don't you have how many credits I have? How much cargo space I have? Why do I have to go into a menu to find it? It doesn't seem like it's an efficient use of information or the interface. And on top of that, whenever you right-click on an enemy ship to see if it's powerful, what level it is, there's none of that. So you have no idea going into a battle if it's tough or not, or if you're going to get your butt handed to you. Typically, it's just, I'm running away, being my first hour. I can't survive a battle for 2 seconds. Usually a group of like 3 or 4 gang up on me and I'm forced to run. But anyway, so again, poor interface, poor use of the information it gives you. Not enough information on the enemy vessels that you're right-clicking on to figure out, can I best them in a combat situation? At least give me some idea of leveling. There are some, like, top-down, like, action RPGs, like there's Star Valor, for example, Drox Operative, where when you visit various systems, it'll tell you, oh, this is a level 1, or this is a level 3 or level 5 system. So, and my character happens to be level 4, so I know I'm good enough for this, this, and this, but not this. And, but this game is like, well, maybe you're good, maybe you're not. So, again, lack of information, lack of the user interface being helpful, it rubbed me the wrong way. The controls take a lot of getting used to. Yes, you can rebind them in the options menu, but the overall control scheme I have a hard time with. Hitting Q for autopilot is cool and all, but the autopilot sucks because it runs you into things. Like, this asteroid was right there. I had my autopilot on. It flew right into it. Another ship was about to hit me from a different direction because it was flying. They collided. So, like, I couldn't trust autopilot. I couldn't leave it on because my ship was constantly running into things. So it just seems kind of weird. Why have an autopilot if it's not going to, I don't know, pilot? Anyway. So, the majority of the quests that I've come across are mainly fetch quests. I did come across, and this was not a main quest, I came across a side quest where I could actually get this license, and then I could go to this computer and get deliver quests. So I can deliver quests to various places. That's cool. I like that. But one thing I don't like, again, this is more of an interface problem. In order to repair your ship, or to buy commodities, or to buy things for your ship like weapons or shields, you have to find the right person on the right hand side in the station. Like when in Freelancer, when you dock, there's a clear shipyard section, there's a clear commodity / market section, there's a clear bar section where you can pick up quests. In this game, you have to talk to people to find the right location to go, and then you have to go through dialogue and go, show me what you have, or I shouldn't need to do that. Just let me land, click on where I want to go, and that be that. Why do I have to suffer through dialogue just to repair my ship? You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, when you land on planets, there are some things you can click on, go right to them, but there are some instances where I've landed on planets or shipyards, whatever, and I had to actually talk to people in order to repair my ship, and the consistency just isn't there. So that's another complaint that I have with this game. Skill trees, you can earn skill points in this game. There's 3 skill trees. There's about 6 to 10 skills per tree, but a lot of them it's like a progression. The second skill tree, you can't touch that until you're level 6, and the third skill tree, you can't touch until you're level 12. So it's like you're forced down the first skill tree, maybe select that, then go to the next one when you're high enough in level, and so on. Again, not a whole lot of choice. I felt like I was being forced into certain things, and I wanted a bit more variety. I wanted to be able to pick and choose. Is my ship going to have stronger armor, better? There's dialogue where you can be persuasive in this game, but it's one of the first things that you can take, which I recommend because a lot of the quests that you do require, some sort of persuasion. Otherwise, you have to pay out the wazoo. Luckily, there is an AFK pause and unpause option, meaning that if you're in a menu and you want the game to continue, you can toggle that off. Also, if you alt-tabbed, or if you're in windowed mode and you click off the window, the game will still go, assuming you've got that option deselected or selected in the options menu. That's one of the game's saving graces. I mean, that's cool. It's great. I can watch Netflix or Hulu while I'm traveling from one planet to another. That's okay. Also, rebinding weapons. I couldn't figure out how to do this. I don't even know if it's possible. You can click and drag weapons into weapon slots on your ship, but left click just activates all of them at the same time, and each of them has a cooldown meter. If I'm mining an asteroid, I just want to use my mining laser. I don't want to use my primary weapon too. And I was looking for ways to rebind them, and you can't, as far as I can tell. There's an F, the letter F on the slot on my ship, but there's 2 of them. One where my primary weapon goes, and one where my mining laser goes. So I couldn't separate the 2 that way. So I guess they used the same key for firing. And the options menu, there was a primary fire and a special fire, but that was it. The special fire was like activating some kind of device, not the mining laser. So there was no way to tell, okay, I want the number 1 key to fire these weapons, number 2 to fire these weapons, because why would I want to fire all of my weapons at the same time if there's a cooldown associated with them? Anyway. As I said, this was difficult to get through. For $15, I feel like the game should not have left early access when it did. It just left early access. It needs to go back into early access and fix a lot of this stuff. There's plenty of other two-dimensional games out there. Again, Drox Operative, I've reviewed that one, spent many hours, 20 hours plus, even more than, just a ton of play time in that game because it has high replayability and it's enjoyable to play. This one, just not so much. I'm sorry. It's not working for me. But hey, maybe you'll like it. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.